Hey guys, I'm back, and I got, finally, after what feels like probably 2 years, Mortal Kombat 1 finished. So let's talk about that for a quick second. Before I get stuck in this, I want to be clear that I'm not like a professional fighting game player, okay? Like I don't play this online unless it makes me, or I'm goofing off with my friends, okay? I'm not gonna go into ranked mode, and take ranked mode super seriously, okay? I don't like that. Dudes be playing Mortal Kombat real sweaty, okay? That's not me. I like playing it because I like these games, but I'm not going on ranked, and I'm not trying to be a global #1 fighter, okay? Another thing is that sometimes I just peruse around Steam discussions specifically for this game because all anyone seems to be doing is whining and complaining about this game, and I think you should calm down, and I'm not really interested in arguing with you here. So if you came here and you're gonna go, well, actually it's a bad game, just go somewhere else, would you? Like, I'm not gonna do this with you. I'm not a hardened fighting game player. I'm not gonna sit here and defend it to you. So if you're looking for hate on Mortal Kombat, you came to the wrong video. Go somewhere else. That said, I found this game really fun. I think that the streak that Mortal Kombat has had has been really nice. I like that technically it was rebooted in 9, so 9, 10, 11, and this would be 12. I have played all of those. I did complete 11. I didn't complete 10. I don't want to go back to 10 either, but 10, well, I guess 9 had a campaign story, but yeah, I mean, the campaign stories have got even more interesting and more fun to me each time. I like that it has a story mode. I like their ideas. I like the way that it just feels like some kid playing with, you know, toys that they found, because man, is it just wild to talk about or think about, like the range of stuff in this. Like they're just ninjas fighting cyborgs with demons and a guy that can pull his own head off and throw it at you. Like there's a degree of just over the top nonsense that this is really known for, and that's what I'm talking about, you know? I like that it tries to be somewhat serious in its campaign, and the campaign it makes sense. It tells you stuff that's going on, and I like how ridiculous it is. I think it's fun. I have fun with it, particularly this game's storyline coming off of 11. Liu Kang like reset the timeline, so they really jumbled it up for once. Like, I feel like every time you play Mortal Kombat, it's just the same story with very slight tweaks. They're just pushing it along because a lot of people, I think, that would play this could care less about the campaign or the story or anything related to that. They're just gonna go online and pick Raiden and whoever and pick Peacemaker and try to just increase their win-loss ratio, you know? But I thought this was really fun. I like the changes. I like that it's like canon to their story. A lot of stuff has been altered, and this one is especially just like throwing everything at the wall and just going utterly nuts with it, I think. Yeah, I like the story. I like what they did. I like that it has a story. I still think the game looks really nice. Whether or not my recording or my graphics card really displays that at the best it could be displayed, but you hear me. I had fun with it. I'm not saying you need to go into campaign and set it to whatever hardest difficulty you can set it to. I don't think that you're required to do that for achievements for any reason, so you could just put it on easy and just run around. I'm not sure that the game technically ever makes you pick a difficulty, technically, but thanks to some of these online ones and their invasion stuff, it's gonna get hard, so it might be worth it to practice a little bit, but it's hard for different reasons, you know. This game also doesn't have the infamous crypt either. It has like this shrine where you spend coins at the shrine and you earn stuff that would be in the crypt, typical stuff, you know, skins, concept art kind of nonsense. You know, your run-of-the-mill things you'd expect Mortal Kombat to have in the crypt are just now at that shrine. And I've noticed there are a couple things, because I came back to this, well, I'll explain it later, but it frustrated me to no end, my like final 2 achievements, and that's why this one also took like 2 years to actually finish, because I never bothered to come back to it, because for as cool as I like this game, they have made some really stupid decisions, I think, but we'll get to it. New thing that this does have is invasions, which is like a tiny little like board game system. Not really a board game, it's like a temporary, that's not the right word either, temporary. What am I talking about? It'd help if I write stuff down, wouldn't it? You go into a little board and it puts a bunch of fights, and you kind of explore little areas on the board while you do fights that have like modifiers to the fights. Technically, fighters have like an element, and you can have an elemental advantage, disadvantage, blah, 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 blah. I never really had trouble with invasions. You just kind of play as many fights as it lets you play, and you're going to be so powerful that I don't know what you're doing if you lose. I virtually never had to use artifacts. They might be better used if you play in the regular tower system, which since I came back to it has changed. A lot of stuff has been altered since the last time, so I might be a little outdated on what might be the best system for the oldest stuff. But yeah, the invasions used to be a way to just, it was like a seasonal thing. They would change the board. I think it was like 50 days, so let's say, I don't know, 2 months roughly. But it looks like they did 8 seasons and then decided they're done updating the game, so that it's cycling back through previous seasons, which is a little less exciting, but it has been 2 years. You mean, you're talking about maybe expecting a Mortal Kombat 13 if it goes on any longer, you know? So that's weird, isn't it? Yeah, so I like the game. I don't know about playing this online. Maybe don't do that. Up to you. If you like fighting games, good, go for it. It's you know what you're getting into. As far as achievements go for this game, I think I need to maybe like boil it down to just a couple, because most of these don't matter. Like, most of them are just stuff that it's not even worth going over. You just do it once and you'll have it, or it's trivial. There were a couple that I had huge problems with, and it's going to depend on whether you can find help or how clever you are, how good you are at the game. Like, it's an example, defeat the final boss of an invasion season. I really don't think that's a problem. For some reason, only 11% of people have that. That's not that hard to do. You just have to play invasions at least once, probably till you get to the end of the boss, and you might do that anyway because you want the fancy character skin, or you want a bunch of, you know, stuff. So that's kind of one of the examples. Like, it's kind of just there. You're probably gonna do that. A different example would be like perform a taunt without being interrupted during an online match. Good luck with that. Good if you don't know who you're with, or you don't have somebody that just lets you do that to them because they're nice to you. Good luck with that. I don't know how you're gonna like get away with that. These people online are vicious, and they're not gonna let you do that. It would be easier to go into, I guess, just a match with a friend or somebody you can talk to and just let them do that. And like similarly to that, similarly, dethrone a Kingslayer. Less than 8% of people have that. You have to go into the King of the Hill mode and beat the king in King of the Hill mode. And not only do I not really like King of the Hill mode, it has a tendency to pull the best player in the lobby and then have him just sit there the whole time and whoop on everyone. You have to beat that guy for this achievement. So again, it would be easier to go into a private match and do that way. That's what I did. I had a friend help me, and we just both got it. If you have help, some of the online ones are trivial. If you try to do them otherwise, I feel like you're gonna bleed for it, because these people aren't going to just let you do it, unless they literally let you do it. Like, you trying to pull a fast one on some of these guys is really, really hard. So have fun with that. Minor mention, it says play 5 Combat League sets. I think that's like the ranked mode. It didn't say win, did it? It just said play them. I don't think I won any of those, so go ahead. But I mean, I did that in 2023, so who's to say it's still like that? I think I'm just gonna skip up to the 2 that have caused me the biggest problem with this game and what made it take forever. The last one that I got, which is probably one of the rarest, is to get mastery with 5 cameo fighters. And I didn't know about it, but sometime, I think there was a patch, March 2024, that increased the XP rate of cameo fighters in invasions, because it was an awful, just tooth-pulling grind to level up cameo fighters. No matter what you did, it was going to take an eternity to do it, just one. And I think even coming into like the last week where I came back to this game, I'd only had 1 completed cameo fighter. Despite having played 3 whole like invasion seasons, I had 1 completed cameo fighter. That's how hard it was to level them up. And the patch clearly made that work better, so it shouldn't be as hard as it is anymore, but it will still take probably a whole whole invasion like board to level up 1.5 to 2 fighters depending on what's going on. I think you could get 2 fighters out of it if you really run around, but it is a lot better now. So I didn't know that was during the time where I wasn't playing this game for last year, and I expected that to take, you know, half my life to do, but it's better now, but it's still just a mess. Like you really have to go into invasions, you have to smash out invasions, and if you max out a cameo fighter, just switch off the cameo fighter. Don't use that guy again, ever, you know. It takes way too long to do it, and that's it. It's just plain old takes way too long to do it. The main one that made this take 2 years, one of my biggest complaints with this game, is to complete a Titan battle. Titan battles are a limited time fights that appear in invasions, I think for 48 hours, and you have to beat them, you know, in 48 hours. They're probably the hardest boss fight you're gonna find in invasions, and more annoyingly, they never tell you when they're live. They never did. Like, I did 3 something invasions originally when the game came out, and each time they might run 2 sections, like 2 different times where they would do those 48 hours of having a Titan battle. They don't push it to Steam to say news. There's no calendar. I've never found a calendar that said when they're doing these. They seem to just arbitrarily show up on a Friday and Saturday whenever, and you just have to be there when it's there. They don't post it to their Twitter. They don't tell. No, I couldn't find when they were supposed to happen other than near the end of the season, and I just missed them. I kept missing them, and I got so mad at missing it, like the 3rd time when I opened it and there was a new invasion season, and it went, hey, congrats, wait 2 months for you to get this one thing, and I just went, no, and I closed the game. And one of the only reasons I came back to this was when my friends wanted to play this, and I went, okay, well, it's still installed, I'll play it with you. And the Titan battle was live when I went and looked at Invasion, so I managed to get the only other thing that wasn't the cameo fighters that I needed by just sheer happenstance of booting this game on. That said, if you ever open Invasions and you have the Titan battle and you see the Titan battle, do that. Immediately do that. Everything else doesn't matter. You have to do the Titan battle. When the Titan battle shows up, it's time locked. It is the probably most frustrating thing because it's time locked that I've ever seen. Like, I hate that. I hate that so much. And I just want like a calendar marker. I want some kind of nonsense for it to tell me when these are supposed to happen, other than I'm supposed to turn the game on every Friday and just open Invasions and see if it's there. You know, that's so ridiculous. I don't like that at all. But other than that, the Titan battle like scales to your level. So you could be level 1. You don't have to play Invasions, but you have to find it. It has to show up, and you can fight them at level 1, but it might be a bit hard. Like, you might need to really practice. The one I beat was Baraka, and it took me more than 10 minutes, so I have footage of it, but it also I don't have the start of the fight. I only have like stage 2 and onward or something, so I could probably use that in this video. We'll see. You'll know more than I do right now. I don't have the video right now. It's tough, but you can do it without needing anything like super extra. If you have artifacts and things from playing Invasions, oh my god, will they help you a lot if you have something that helps. Like, if I had the thing that makes projectiles do nothing to me, the fight would have been nothing. Would have been the easiest thing I've ever done, but no, I didn't have that. Yeah, so my single biggest thing to use if you want to complete this game, you need the Titan battle. You can do everything else at your own time, but you have to do the Titan battle is the biggest problem because of how time gated that stupid crap is. I think I forgot to mention it, and I probably need to also say it. The high score in Towers of Time, the 5 million points in Towers of Time, is also stupidly hard, like ridiculously hard. I think it's rarer than the Titan battle on Steam. I think 5% of people have the Towers of Time, but when I did it, there was an exploit that probably doesn't work anymore because it doesn't even look the same as when I did it now. I think there was a trick where you would go into it and back out. Like, you would switch menus, and every time you did it, it would like drop the tower level. So you could go in at like max level to a level 1 tower with all your points in attack, and then you could just uppercut people and like single hit brutality, and you could just do that until you would get 5 million points. But now you have to be good at it. You just have to go in and just keep doing your best. Do brutalities, I guess. I think those are worth a lot. And yeah, good luck. That's probably honestly, skill-based, probably one of the hardest ones in here, if not the hardest one to do in the list. But if you can get the Titan battle finished, you won't have to worry about when you do that. You could do that. You could spend all the time you want on that. But yeah, I'm still gonna beat that dead horse. I'm super angry at how confusing and obtuse it is to have something that's that time locked. It's basically kind of a secret fight, and not make it more obvious when those are going to show up, if that's related to completing your game. But yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, it is a fighting game, and a huge bulk of the achievements, they're trivial. But yeah, like I said that before, I don't really want to pull a bunch of these because I have to screenshot them, but they're, it's probably doing fatalities and doing brutalities and play with characters is fun. And honestly, I like the game. If you got it cheap and you just played the campaign, it's fun. I should probably try Chaos Reigns DLC because it adds more to the story, and I like the story. I have fun with it. But yeah, I mean, what closing thing? Nowadays, I mean, the game's old, it's touchy. I'm not sure I would recommend doing this one unless you were just dedicated to Mortal Kombat specifically. So it's torn. You could play this game, you get this game on cheap. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat. What did you expect? People can get in there and they can complain about balancing, and my fighter is bad and Noob Saibot is good or something. I don't care. I had fun with it. You fight your friends for a bit, get it on sale. It's a 2-year-old game. It's pretty fun. I like it. I like having all the movie fighters. I like having Ghostface, Peacemaker, Conan, whatever. I think at the time that I'm recording this, they just added the T-1000, so that's cool. I like their vibe. Mortal Kombat, I think, has always been pretty fun to me. But as far as ending this video, I got two. This one and the last video should be two relatively big games for once, and not these like beat it in 40 minutes, and be done and make a quick video games. So I'll probably start looking at more of those. I'm thinking, since I can get Mortal Kombat finished and I can get Beat Saber finished, I need to go back and stop letting Forza Horizon 5 tell me they can add achievements and then take away my 100%, because I hate that they do that. They've done it for what feels like years now. They just keep doing it, and I need to go back in there and get my check mark back. I could keep doing videos on Windblown. I think Rat Shaker added stuff. Guys, quit adding achievements to the game later, please. And I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of like Sony's PS5 stuff, and I had a PS4. I didn't like the PS3, but one thing Sony did better than Microsoft did and better than Steam is doing is that when people add more things to the game and they add more DLC achievements, they're in a different category than the Platinum Trophy, so you can headhunt Platinum Trophies of only base game achievements without needing to purchase the DLC, and you can get more stuff from the DLC and have like a 100% in the game. But they also had a Platinum for beating the original version of what was released, and I really kind of wish that was here. Like, I would like to have like a 100% marker and then have like an additional over 100% maybe. Like, I really wish Steam would do something like that, because I'm sick of people like Forza adding things 2 years later that take away 100% just to make me go back and play it, when I don't really want to do that anymore. If after a few, like 100 hours or 200 hours, like I really don't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what we got coming up. If you made it this far, I mean, heck, thanks. It looks like I've been talking for quite a while, and hopefully you don't hear the dishwasher in the background. So yeah, I mean, you got anything for me you want me to look at, you want me to play? Let me know. Leave a comment, press the thumbs up, do the other things that YouTubers would tell you to do, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, bye.